Hello and welcome to Cooking with Chief. I've got a wide range of Chief products, check. I've got the Chief Product Brand Ambassador, Jason Peru, hello.
Thanks for having me, Carol.
Great, check. And we're gonna do some cooking.
We're gonna do more than cooking.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing bubbling today.
All right.
That's the local
I
balance.
like the sound of that, I think. So I see shrimp.
We see shrimp. We have the great line of Chief brand products here. We got some Chief baking powder. We have saffron powder from Chief. We also have the roasted jeera and the Pholorie mix.
And we've got chutney for later.
Correct.
Right.
Sure.
Now, as you're cooking, I'm going to be asking you things. So you're cooking, I'm asking, you're cooking and talking. Can you do that?
I could do that. By all means, we're multi-skilled individuals here.
Good.
So let's get this done.
What's
so
first?
We're going to be doing our Pholorie shrimp today with our Chief brand tamarind sauce.
Good. What's Pholorie?
Pholorie, it's like a fritter batter. It's a
Right.
mix. So it's like split pea powder. There's a little bit of baking powder inside there, some spices. It's very similar to your Bajan cakes,
Right.
the batter that you make for it.
Like bakes. So
Exactly.
you can hear my accent, you can hear Chef Jason's accent, so you know we're going to be going back and forth.
This is a Trinity and Bajan
That's right.
fusion
Like
production
Kalaloo
going
and
on
Kakul
today.
kind of thing. Perfect.
Let's get started without any further ado. So I have like maybe about 15 to 20 beautiful shrimp. These are like U1620s,
Right.
which means 16 to 20 in a pound.
In a pound.
They're
Already
just-
cleaned, already deveined.
Correct. Minimally seasoned with a little bit of black pepper and salt. That beautiful Chief brand black pepper and salt. So now that we have that here, we have to make this Pholorie batter.
Right.
Right, so this is the Pholorie mix from Chief brand products. This is beautiful because, I mean, not only is it versatile to eat just as a fritter, but we could obviously use it to coat the shrimp with.
Like
it.
tempura.
Correct, exactly.
tempura.
That's the concept.
Good.
So what I'd like you to do, could you open that and just maybe add a little bit inside there for me? Let's go for maybe like about a cup.
Now, once again, Trini Bajan. So I'm eyeballing this to about a cup.
Eyeballing to about a cup.
Okay.
Well, in Trinidad, we'll say throating. Just throating.
So I can pelt in there.
Pelting down. Pelting down.
And let's
right?
take about a cup.
Give me a little more.
A pibby then.
A pibby.
Right,
Right,
there
okay,
you
beautiful.
go.
So we're going to put that aside there. So this is our Pholorie mix. Let's spice this up. Chief brand products is the land of spices. So why not?
Right.
Let's spice up. Give me some cumin or what we call roasted jeera inside there.
Now, you know, you just taught me something.
What's
I never
that?
knew that. Because I see it and I go, oh, this is roasted jeera. And then I see cumin, I think, oh, that's cumin. I think they're two separate
No, it's the
things.
same thing.
Same thing.
But actually,
Excellent.
jeera is the Hindi word for cumin.
Ah,
So that's
gotcha.
it.
Gotcha.
So, just put a-
So how many?
Give me a Maybe like about a half teaspoon.
Okay, there you go.
All right, great.
Good.
Super. Right. Obviously, you could add more if you like jeera, if you like cumin. Some saffron, or what we call in Trinidad and Tobago, turmeric. What do you all call it here?
Turmeric, same thing.
Okay, so
And
this
I'm
is-
adding this for color.
By all means. This is
So-
going to give that really nice yellow color to it.
Another
Another
because
So-
this is fairly intense.
Right, so our next half teaspoon.
Right.
So you mix it up just like that. And baking powder. This is a Chief brand, excellent for making breads or anything
Right.
that needs leavening.
I use
flour.
this all the time.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm going to add maybe like about a half teaspoon of this.
And this is now for fluffiness.
By all means, any fritter needs a little bit
That's
of
your
fluffy-
half teaspoon.
No, I added a little more in this one. Why I did that for is because I added 1 teaspoon of this. Mainly because I am going to be coating shrimp in this, and shrimp has a significant amount of water inside of it. So it's going to make it really wet. So if I add additional baking powder, it's going to add back to the leavening.
Add
and the
some more
poof.
air. Won't be as soggy. I got
You know the stuff, Carol.
I
You
gotcha.
know the stuff.
I'm learning from you. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 14 years thus far. Wow. Let's add a little bit of spice of black pepper and salt in there for me, please. Could you do that?
Okay. And about how much? About half teaspoon of each?
Maybe about a half teaspoon of each.
Okay.
To that, Carol, I'm also going to be adding some chopped parsley. This is going to give a little bit of color to the batter.
Good.
And of course, you could use chardonnay, cilantro, rosemary, whatever.
Basil.
There you go. Cooking is something that it's a feeling, it's a philosophy. So it's no set ingredient that you must add inside it. Mix that up for me, Carol.
And you also use what works for you.
Exactly,
You know.
because you might like basil. I may not like basil inside of it.
Yeah.
Parsley's inside there. A little bit of
Mix this
water.
up.
So I need you to mix. Go ahead.
What sort of consistency do I want to
You're
go
looking
here?
for that similar to that of a pancake batter.
Okay.
So some sort of viscosity,
Yeah, but not too runny.
not too much.
Right.
All right, because remember you want when you dip the shrimp inside for it to adhere to it. If it's too loose, it may just fall apart.
Now, do I have to get rid of all the lumps, or that's
No,
good?
no, that's okay.
Pancake batter, cool.
Alright.
And you can already smell the chief
You
spices.
can smell it. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. You
Nice
see
colour.
and that's the beautiful turmeric from the Chief brand. that
and a
we spoke of.
little bits of green.
I mean, look how much character that added. Just that little bit of parsley, and that's what food is about. I mean, it's all about visuals.
That's right.
You know, very, very important. Okay, so we have our batter here. I have a pot on the stove right now with a little bit of oil inside of it.
Vegetable oil, just plain vegetable
oil. You want to heat this up to maybe about 345 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right.
And that's a perfect temperature to fry it in. And we're going to take our shrimp. And with this, we're going to hold it like this, dip it inside there, and put it into the oil. And look at that bad boy.
Oh, it just, look at it, just pops up. Yeah, okay, you do the rest. You do the rest.
I'm getting excited there, Carol.
Yeah, I'm excited over here. You do the rest. Now, could I do this in a deep fryer?
Oh my God, this is looking so good. Yeah, of course you could do this in a deep fryer. It works well. Usually the restaurants have that, but for home use, a pot works very well.
Now, the thing with shrimp is that they cook very, very quickly. So what sort of time are we looking at?
You're looking at probably a minute and a half or less, by all means. So
per side or in total?
No, actually, because this is actually buoyant and it is floating inside there, it's deep frying. So it has heat on all sides. I don't need to flip it per se.
Yes.
You know?
It's getting golden brown very
beautiful.
quickly. And because of the saffron.
Look at that, beautiful.
Yeah,
look at that beautiful
nice color.
Right? Because of the saffron, it's amazing to see the color inside here.
Now this is a quick meal, but this is also a meal that a dish I can do very quickly as well if I want to impress. So for entertaining, this is going to work beautifully. And
the thing about it is that you mentioned entertaining. Not everybody likes shrimp. But the thing about it is it's so versatile that you could actually do mushrooms with it also. So
to make it vegan.
The button mushrooms, carrots, cauliflower with
chicken.
By all means, and people do like calamari also.
Okay.
It works well.
Ah, that's true. Yeah. Or I could make it Bajan and do strips of flying fish.
Oh yes, that's a brilliant idea.
That'll be good. Huh?
That's why she's a Bajan.
Yeah, that'll be good.
She knows this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take this out, Carol. Look at that bad boys. Yeah. Look at those bad boys. Take them out and put them inside.
Chief makes it better.
Anything with Chiefs makes it better. The Chief reasons taste.
Yeah, it smells really good too.
Look at those guys.
My name is Nicholas Vaughn and I am a Spanish and French teacher. So because I teach languages, I had the idea that we should really and truly see many parts of the world where those languages are spoken. With our tour to Barcelona in particular, I remember them making sure that the airport transfers at London, those were organized. However, that morning in question, we landed in London really, really early and the bus was not there. So what we did, we called value vacations. This is like the equivalent of about 2 a.m. Barbados time. And quickly they got hold of the bus driver. The two of them communicated and then we were able to find him with great ease. They sent their representatives along and we were very, very grateful. I highly recommend value vacations for anyone who's looking for a travel agent. If you want any company to look after all of your travel needs, value vacations is the one for you. I highly recommend it.
At Chief, we put more in so you'll get more out of your cooking. Whether it's succulent baked fish or chicken, yummy pizza or creamy pasta, flavorful chow mein or tasty veggie dishes, the chief reason is always taste.
My name is Nicole Knight. I'm a lecturer at the University of the West Indies, Cayfield campus. I travel pretty often on my job, and so for conferences and so on, I travel during the summer. Value Vacations is the place to go. They're very efficient. If you want to have a holiday or if you have to plan business travel, I find that they're very efficient, very organized in the way that they do things. So I tend to go to them because I want hassle-free travel, and I find that they deliver that very easily.
So, Carol,
The best part.
time to eat.
Yes.
We have to platter it up because it's all about the presentation.
This is where I always fall down. I think, y'all are trained when you do it so well.
You know, we gotta make it look sexy. And that's the thing about food is sexy. It should be visually alluring because sometimes we go into a restaurant or a deli and we see a piece of cheesecake and say, God, that looks so good, but we haven't tasted it yet. But it looks visually
It's the
arresting.
presentation alone.
It's visually arresting, and that's important. So food should always look attractive. In the meantime, I have my Chief Brand chutney.
And I'm just putting some in
You're
here.
gonna put some inside there. That's that comprehensive sauce that
I
works
have
so
this
well.
crazy idea. If I were doing this at home, right, I would probably add a little bit of Bajan rum.
Bajan rum.
Yep, man. Just a little bit. Just
Just to give it a little bit of attitude.
yeah, man.
With that coupled with a little bit of attitude inside there, I think you got something's going on there. Look at this.
Or a nice liqueur or something like a Grand Marnier or something like that.
Just to give it a punch. There you go.
Yep,
And
that
at
looks
this.
really good.
They're beautiful.
That
So
looks
as you
good.
could see, turmeric really does shine.
Color.
And those beautiful specks of the pasta that we spoke about earlier on definitely bring the
Looks
money.
good.
You want to try this, Carol?
I'll try this for
Wonderful.
sure. For sure.
You wanna take it?
And what is it called?
This is called Pholorie Shrimp with our Chief Brand tamarind chutney.
Okay, here we go. Trinity boy not only cute, he could cook.
Let me know I come here with a vengeance.
This is good. The shrimp, perfectly cooked, not overcooked, which is so easy to do with shrimp. I can taste the chief spices. The chutney pulls it all together. So I have some savory and some sweet. I have a little bit of heat. And in terms of texture, I've got that pillowiness.
By all means.
A little bit of crunch of the
The
shrimp. This is really
the
good.
vibrance in that tamarind chutney really brings the shrimp alive. And as mentioned, you could use other types of seafood, even vegetable items inside this also, like the mushroom and the carrots and the cauliflower. Carol, we're giving this 10 out of 10?
8.5 because I mark hard.
You mark hard.
Yeah, 10 to the chief spices.
Excuse me!
This is good though.
I'm glad
This is
you
really
I'm glad
good.
you enjoyed it, and I'm glad I'm here
Excellent.
to actually showcase
Excellent.
and share it with everyone today.
And you can make this at home at any time because the good thing is Chief Spices and other products are available at supermarkets all across the island, and this recipe will be available on the cooking channel.